Another vlog where we talk about all things well-being and building a strong home economy from the soil up. I'm Dr. Eve, y'all, and guess what? We have freeze-dried snacks today. So I have been experimenting for a while, or freeze drying food for about a year now, year and a half, give or take. And last night I got to thinking. My brain's like, okay, you know, I went into the store yesterday to see what whether there was freeze dried apples or are they mostly freeze dried apples or are they mostly dehydrated? And lo and behold, I found apple crisp in the supermarket at almost $5 a bag. So I said, listen, if you can freeze dry apples or, different fruits as snacks, then you can do the same with vegetables. And so I got the brilliant idea to grab me some frozen green beans, season them up real good, and freeze dry them. And you guys, they are amazing. So here they are. This is what they look like. Just took them out fresh. Can somebody say fresh? Fresh out of the freeze dryer. Just cut them off, getting ready to bag them up. And I thought, the reason why I thought about these green beans, because I was like, what if why do people crave chips? Not because of the taste. It's usually because I want something to crunch on, right? Well, what if I could do the same with vegetables, but I'm going to have freeze-dried raw vegetables as a snack versus chips, which are full of grease and full of things, and they don't benefit me. So I freeze-dried some frozen green beans, y'all. But what I did first was I put them in a bowl and I mixed them up real good with some soy sauce. Then I put garlic on them, onions on them, and some cayenne. Was it cayenne? Or maybe paprika. I'm not sure. But now I have some freeze-dried snacks. I'm super excited about that, y'all. So listen. Freeze-dried green beans as snacks is the flex, okay? I need y'all to understand that is a complete flex. So what I'm about to do is bag them up in snack bags so that when I want to have a little snack, me and my husband can share a serving size, so we can share these on the road. They are literally frozen green beans that have been dehydrated. What's not healthy? Freeze drying? Absolutely. I can even take these and dip them in some type of dip that I make for myself. Maybe a French onion dip. Yeah, these are frozen green beans I put inside my freeze dryer. I just took them out. And I am now going to bag them up. And the reason why I did it was because I was like, I can replace unhealthy snacks with frozen, freeze-dried raw vegetables. Because, baby, these are raw. These ain't no cooked beans. These are raw vegetables that were frozen. And I put them in the freeze dryer and let them dry out. And now I've got freeze-dried green beans. Now, I am bagging them up in serving sizes in these Mylar bags. And I've got 4 trays. I'm so excited, y'all. So that's one. I'm gonna try and do some sweet potatoes. I can't do, well, potatoes. I'm wondering if I had a slicer to slice potatoes, slice them. Could I make potato chips from a raw chip? I'm not sure, but I'm willing to try. I don't have to have the grease. Have you ever eaten a frozen a raw sweet, white potato? Or, but we're gonna eat these raw green beans because we know we can eat it from the ground. And they taste so good because they got seasoning on them. I seasoned them. I turned them over inside soy sauce, garlic, onion, and some type of red, looks like, I know what it is. It's cumin. It's cumin. That's what's giving it that pop and flavor. Y'all gotta try it. If you don't have your own freeze dryer, you check my inbox. I have one. I partner with them. I have been owning it for a while. And I do so because I like to preserve my food. I don't want to be out here thinking that, you know, the food supply not going to dry up. Because, baby, we seeing some stuff right now. And so, and it looks like this one tray is giving me 3 snack bags. That's powerful. And what I'm doing is putting in these oxygen absorbers in there, and for them to pull the air out, and I will seal it later. Seal it and label it. I know, right? It is so good. It is so good. I want to tell you. I don't have to be convinced. I knew it was going to work. I'm going to try to, the next thing I'm going to freeze dry is some tomatoes. Because, I mean, why not, right? Snack bags. Your food, no additives, no sprays, none of that. How long did it take? It took, I started them last night, so it took up until probably about 12 hours, maybe 14. But if they're not frozen already, it takes longer. But they were already frozen. Frozen green beans. They were already frozen. I just tossed them and mixed them up, coated them with the salt, pepper, cumin, garlic, and onion powder. Yep. And so I've got 4 trays, this size, right? Look at this. Yep. People are really getting into canning and preserving and coming up with alternative to dominant institutional cultures, because we learned the internet then taught us some things. The internet makes us closer together than we are apart. And it is really teaching us some things. So if I can get a couple freeze dries a night between my dehydrator and my freeze dryer, I'm making a turkey tonight, starting a turkey, slow cooking, bagging it up. I even did some macaroni and cheese. Imagine that. Crunching down on some macaroni and cheese that you made, that homemade. Do I stream for fun? I stream for fun. Will I make money one day? I hope so. I don't do it for that though. I do it because I like to share what I'm doing. I've been on YouTuber since about 11 years now. I just didn't know how to. I wasn't over here recruiting. I wasn't over here enough. I was just doing videos and dropping them over here. Why don't you sell the freeze dry stuff? Well, I have to first learn how to talk about it, right? So I just show people what I'm doing, and then if they decide they are interested, then I'll tell them to share the link because I am a partner, actually an affiliate with them. But I don't let that be the driving force of my conversation here, because I don't like sales. Do I need to do a better job? Yep, I need to do a better job. But how about, like, I just build relationships, right? I will watch you more often and watch your whole stream today. Oh, thank you so much. Because I'm not going to be here long. I'm just bagging up my goods. I have these huge tomatoes. I went and visited the farm last week, and I was able to get these tomatoes. So I'm going to dice them up. They're going in the freeze dryer next. I said, well, it takes too long to get them sun-dried. But if I freeze dry them, I don't want to lose a single tomato is my point. I don't want to lose anything. And I don't want to can them. I have a bunch of tomato sauce already, and I don't want to can the tomatoes. So I'm going to make some snacks out of them. Yeah, I love snacks. If I can develop snacks for myself, then I will stay away from things that are not healthy. I had for lunch today some miso soup. Do any of you like miso soup? And let me tell you, I'm hooked on it. Because it's got some stuff in it, that miso paste, that does the body good. I have some carrots. You said, why don't you do carrots? You did it once. It's so nice. Okay, because I bought some carrots. I did buy some carrots. I bought some carrots. I sure did. So I'm going to put some carrots. Now, I may not put those in there tonight because the carrots are frozen. But those tomatoes are sitting on the counter, and I don't want them to go bad, and I don't want no fruit flies. So we're going to get those into the freeze dryer tonight. I put some peppers in. Y'all want to hear a good laugh? Y'all want to hear something funny? Last night, I had got some peppers from the farm as well. Hot peppers, y'all. I'm talking hot. Like, I don't know what I was thinking about when I sat here and cut those peppers up, and I gutted the seeds out of them. And you know what? I want this nice seasoning right here. Let's put it in the bag. Toss it into the bag. Put the seasoning in the bag too. So here's another tray. And then I cut them up and put them in the dehydrator. So I did some work and was moving around the house. I had washed my hands and everything. I know I was dealing with hot peppers. But last night when I would lay down to go to bed, my face, I think I had been touching my face. My entire face was on fire, like from the peppers that I was working with. Because they say when you work with peppers, you should wear gloves. Now, somebody tell me why I was not that brilliant, because I know better. And every time I breathe, my face would burn. Every time I would open my mouth to breathe, my face would burn. But let me tell y'all a secret to how I got the burn to stop. I tried aloe vera. That didn't work. My face was cold for a minute and then hot again. But the solution was baking soda with a baking soda paste. So I had a little baking soda, and I had some in packets already because I was doing some oatmeal paste facials. So I had some little bits in bags to make to go on the plain face washes. I'll be doing stuff. Anyway, the paste, so I took it out and I made a little paste and I spread that all over my face, and oh my goodness, it stopped the burn because it absorbed the capsaicin. The capsaicin in the peppers is like an oil. And so every time you touch your face or touch your body, and if you touch your eyes, you're going to be burning. They're going to be burning for sure. And so everywhere I touched, my face was inflamed. I was like, Jesus. I put that baking soda on there, that baking soda paste, and I went to sleep like a baby. I woke up with a white face. I woke up with crunchy paste all over my face. But my face wasn't burning no more. My face was not burning because it was on fire. I was like, Jesus, I've never experienced anything like this before in my entire life. And, but first time for everything, guess who won't be doing that again? Guess who? Me. Guess who will not? So I'm getting these beans packed up, y'all. I'm almost finished. Look like I'm going to have about maybe 12 bags. 12 little snack bags with 2 servings each, which is good, you know, because my husband liked them. He just tried them too. He was like, oh, they good. He don't mind trying stuff. So I've tried a lot of different things in my freeze dryer. But there are some things you have to be really careful with, like fats, things like that don't work well in your freeze dryer. I tried blueberries. Blueberries do well in the freeze dryer, except you need to mash them because they have a lot of natural sugar in them, and it takes longer because they're filled with juice. They're literally filled with juice. It takes them longer to dry and may not dry all the way because they're mostly liquid on the inside, right? So you have to, there's some things that take, you know, be advised. I always look up when I try one, I'll always say, Google, can I freeze dry this? And it'll let me know if I can or cannot. It's a smart, it's so good, y'all. You ever go to the store? How I thought about this, because when I go to the Whole Food Market, have you ever seen those plastic bins where they have the sliced vegetables that are dried? Like they have okra, they have zucchini and squash. All these freeze-dried vegetables. That's how they doing them on them freeze dryers. That's how they doing it. So I was like, well, let me do these green beans. Have you ever seen the bag snacks where they have the vegetables in the bags? Those are freeze-dried. Freeze-dried snacks. And they're expensive. I'm going to do a sidewalk side market, farmer's market, and sell some healthy snacks. Right now I have also chickpeas. Have you ever heard? I done broccoli. I did broccoli, you know what? And I have some bagged and I have some in jars. The ones I have in jars, I actually put in my miso soup the other day. So good. Came right back to Constitution. Now, the thing about reconstituting the freeze-dried foods is you have to remember what state was it in, when you preserved it. For example, the broccoli was in a frozen state. So, or yeah, it was in a frozen cold. It was cold. It was never cooked. So when you reconstitute it, you have to reconstitute it with cold water. Now, if it was a piece of beef or a roast, that was cooked and it was hot. It was a hot food. So you have to reconstitute it with warm water. And that's how it comes back. Oh, and it was so good. The broccoli tastes just like it was fresh. It didn't taste bad. It didn't taste like it had been around for years, stale. None of that. And it was in a freeze-dried jar over there. I usually put a little bit in each jar, so I have some, so I won't have to open the Mylar bags. So imagine that. We're on to something, y'all. We are on to something, and it's exciting. And in this time, I want you all to be really conscious about, making sure that you are taking care of your family and, getting some things preserved so that your family is not found in a position of not knowing where your food is going to come from. I am a backyard farmer. I raise chickens. I have tons of vegetables. I have a huge entire homestead over here. And preserving is a part of that, because what we don't want to do is our food to go bad. So we are steadily looking at how we process those foods and how we save foods. You said you did broccoli before. It was okay. What other foods have you done, the Bart Simpson? What other foods have you done? Have you done them in a freeze dryer? You did them in a freeze dryer? So I probably have 2 more snack bags. And yeah, this turned out really well. I'm super proud. The most important thing is to make sure there's no air in your bag. You've done cabbage? How did that taste? How was the cabbage? I bet that was good. Did you cook the cabbage first? Did you ferment it, or was it raw? Quite nice. Was it cooked cabbage or raw cabbage? Cooked cabbage or raw cabbage? It was cooked halfway. So did you freeze dry it so that you could use it later for like dinner or prepping because you like that particular vegetable? Okay. Well, I want to eat to live, and I want to preserve. Cumin is good. Cumin is real good. A real good seasoning if you're looking for some flavor. It really is. I love the taste of it. Well, that's the last one. And Fire says, I don't really like squash, but I freeze dry it. And it tastes nicer. I bet. I bet it does. I'm going to do quite a few things. So we got in total we have 2, 4, 6, 8, yep, just as I thought, 12 snack bags, y'all. 12 green bean snack bags that you can just literally pop in your mouth. And I'm gonna do the same thing with these chickpeas over here because I hear roasted chickpeas are really good. So we're gonna be doing those once they get done. I think I might put some in the oven and some in the freeze dryer. I'm testing out things, but I know that when you are prepping, you have to keep things going. Like you have a cycle in the kitchen. Like home economics is about more than planting the seed and growing the food and all the things, but making sure that it's safe, making sure that it doesn't spoil, and then taking it to market, especially if it's in your line of work, and it's in my line of work. So I'm certified food safety, and at this venture in my life, my goal is to make sure that people understand alternatives to food, water, shelter, and energy, so that we can be a more self-sustainable people. It is so critical that we begin to learn self-sufficiency, because if not, they can unplug us from everything when they feel like it. I don't like the sound of that. Yep, I probably will. I stream randomly though, so make sure you turn on your notifications. I'm about to hop off because I have an art class in an hour, and I do art on Thursdays because I need it to free my mind. And so I'm going to be going off to art at 6 o'clock. I'm going to get some downtime, and then I'm headed over to finish up a harvest painting that I'm doing. I'll share that with you all soon, so you all can see how I connect art, how I connect all the things that I love together. So so I stay in my strength zone, and that I can show you a lifestyle of how you fit all of the things that God made you to be into a nice, neat package, including me as a researcher. Research about everything. Research food, research water, research people, research everything that pertains to people. The reason why I do this work is because it all pertains to the welfare, social welfare of humanity. And so, but I don't know what people's actual problems are, except I conduct research, hear the lived experiences of people. Numbers can tell us a thing, sure, but people's lived experience are best heard are best known when they are heard, right? So I'm a qualitative researcher, and I love to hear the stories of people. I had a interview today with a former social worker. No, she is a social worker, about her work as a community leader. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. And getting to know the person as well was just as much fun. And so that's a piece. You intertwine it right back to the things that you care about, right? All right, y'all. I'm about to go. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have the most amazing day. And whatever you do, don't let anyone get in the way on your building a strong home economy from the soil up. Okay, people? All right. Good night. Bye.